Hi viewers, welcome back to our guidance and counseling session with Mr. Godia. Today we are going to continue with the discussion where we left. The discussion of last time, it was single parenting and the causes of separation. We went through some topics like lack of commitments, financially, and also health problems, and also now we're going to look at how single parenting affects children. And I'm going to invite Godia to come and take us through the topic. Welcome, Godia.
Thank you. My name is Benson Godia, as my colleague has just said. Last time we discussed about single parenting through separation and divorce. And now we just want to look at the consequences of separation to children. So if we look into the consequences of separation to children, is we'll have a look at loss of social status. You see, every family has a standard way of living, and experiencing everything, going to school, the children they play with, the kind of people you relate to. And now when there is separation, that means one parent is going to stay away from the children, and that is completely going to affect these children. You see, they are used to seeing a figure father or a figure mother, and now the mother is not there or the father is not there because of the separation, and this is going to affect their social life, how they relate to others, because I know most of the time the other children start mocking them that you still doesn't have a father, or your mother is not there. So that's one more step. And another one is poor performance in school, because you see, our children they are sometimes attached so much to their parents. For example, most of the time maybe the mother is always there, or the father is always there, or every time a father comes in, they come with some gifts, pizza, sweets, and now the father is no longer there. So most of the time you'll find that also father drops the children to school with the car, or escort the children to school, but now the father is no longer there. So this might completely affect the children's performance in school. Sometimes the teacher's teaching, but they're busy, trying to reflect what happened at home, if there was a fight, if there was some kind of argument. So you'll find that they will probably start performing very poorly in school. And then we have a loss of interest in social activity. That is probably these children who are playing football, they're going to church. They are used to going to church with the both parents, but currently right now probably we have only one parent who is accompanying them to church, to school, to sports, you see. So it's completely going to affect their social activity, even playing, interacting with other children. They might even start, staying away from their friends because of the way the other children are talking about them. The father is no longer there, so they will see no need of mingling out with the other children. So that means they probably will lose their social status. And then there is this adapting to the change. My father has always been there, my mom has always been there. And you see, most families will find parents where most of the time it's the father who is driving, it's the father who is the breadwinner. So when the father now moves out, so that means riding through the vehicles no more. Yes. The father probably usually takes them out during weekends, swimming, playing around other children. Now he's no longer there. And that's a change to the children. They will start feeling something is missing.
Emptiness of a father figure or mother figure in the
family. And this probably will affect. So that is difficult in changing for you to accept that now it's only the man. And then you remember when the mother and the father is there, always the house is active, lively.
Yeah.
But then suddenly the mom also is still experiencing some transition from being married to now to singlehood.
Yeah.
So she will also have her own issues, and I'm sure she may start, directing this anger to the children without even knowing. Even the children also can start also directing their anger to the mother or to the father, whoever parent they are now staying with.
Yeah.
Then we have emotionally sensitive. That's feeling of loss, anger, confusion, anxiety due to transition.
Yeah.
There will be watakuwa na ile wasiwasi, you see, wasiwasi always, anxiety, they don't know what is next. If one of them was doing class 8, he or she is not actually sure if she may end up going to high school. Probably there is a lack of school fees.
Yeah, exactly.
Lack of school fees, and maybe mom she's the only winner. So that's also another problem that actually can affect these children. And then we have anger, irritability. They may become angry or irritable. They may display anger to parents, to themselves. You see, you may find these children even turning into drugs. You may find these children turning their anger against the parents now who was just left behind. For example, to their mother. Most of the time when we have separation, it's men who goes away. But life is also changing, because you see most women currently are working. And they're employed, they're earning. So also if they decide to move out, they'll just move out and continue with their life.
Yeah, coming to that change you're saying about anger, how can I differentiate? You see, like, okay, my son, let's say my son or my daughter, she's 14, she's coming into adolescenthood or a young teenager. There is this kind of, maybe my son or my daughter, she is in adolescent, or he is a young adult, and in this young adult, kids change. Now, I'm there as a mother, I'm saying he's acting like this because he has lost his father or his mother, either way, because you're talking about loss and single parenting, can be a man or a woman. So how will I know between these? Because I can also be confused, you see? Because, let's say, for example, a man dies when your kids are like in adolescence.
Yes.
You said like they can even turn into drugs.
Yeah.
That's even they can something can trigger them or can trigger you. You think it is the divorce or separation or death is causing this, but apana see here it's something else. How can I know? Because these things can confuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes children speak. Children speak. If they are very young in a way that they're still young adolescents, sometimes if the only thing you can do is you can link them to a psychological counselor. And this is, we may probably also apply the art therapy. Art therapy is whereby you give children an assignment. They draw something, they can draw, they can write something.
Yeah.
You can give them some kind of dollies. They play with it. So they will speak through the drawing. Out of the drawing, you can learn something. For example, you can see a child has drawn a mother with a very small head and a papa with a very big head. So you will ask the child, I can see your mom has a small head and your daddy has a big head. What does this mean to you? I can see your papa is very huge and your mama is small. And you are the smallest. What does this mean to you? So they will end up explaining.
Okay.
Another thing is you can just look at the children and say probably what they used to do more. It's actually drifting away. Probably they used to play a lot of football, they used to eat freely, they used to mingle freely, and now they've started, losing appetite. They doesn't want to play, they don't want to watch TV. Out of that behavior change, we'll realize that there's something wrong somewhere. And you may not completely know if it's the cause of the separation, because you knew your children before separation happened. And now you still have the same children. So you can easily tell how they were behaving initially and how they're behaving currently. Actually, you can pick sounds.
You can pick something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But so you know, in that situation, it's not easy to pick something.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So as you say, we can send them to a counselor.
You can leave them to a counselor.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's at least that is a good answer. Also, we can talk to their aunties or their uncles first, so that they can. You know, there is always someone who is free.
It's free. Yeah. Actually, you can. The only thing you can see, you can also try to get closer to them.
Yeah.
Engage them in some activities. Keep them closer.
Yeah.
Because probably you are now the only parent who is still there, so they could probably rely on you. So when you are busy sometimes looking for money, you see, working, also you may also create a very conducive environment for them even to get even more worse. And you know, sometimes you may even start losing the children. The children. You thought probably you've lost your marriage. But again, you end up again losing your children. Yeah. So another thing we will discuss about is actually the feeling of guilt. These children wonder why it's happening to them, to their family only, and will look for reasons. We'll actually try to look for reasons. To this is a defensive mechanism. Is when from them they're in school and they start fighting. You are just fighting me because I don't have a father. Oh, mom, if my father was here, you see, he would have brought me a pizza. You see, they look for excuses.
Exactly.
To complain, start crying. If my father was here, he would have spoken to me. You see, I'm not in school because of the school fees. My dad was here, he would have paid, and that may even end up also, making you even more stressed. More stressed.
Yeah.
You think that it's only your husband you lost. Kumbe pia you've lost your
self-esteem.
Your self-esteem.
Exactly.
Yeah, another thing we can look for is loss of faith in marriage. These children, we want to see them grow up, we want to see them marrying, we want to see them having children. But now when they think about the life that their parents had, they may end up completely losing interest in marriage in future. And it may not be actually healthy to them. Then we have psychosocial, psychological, psychosocial. Psycho, it's the mind. Social is the environment we are in, and each one affects the other. So this children could also be going through under psychological issues that may affect their social activities. Social activities, or they could be going through some social challenges that may also affect their mental, their mental health. And then another thing I discuss about social experiences may lead to psychological consequences. Some children with psychological problems will experience social consequences. You see?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Some
can you just able to fafanulie kidogo? Yeah, because someone out there can hear this and amesema nini?
Some children who are undergoing through psychological problems, you see, they will develop anger.
Yeah, exactly.
They will have some kind of hatred in them. And they will lose social status. So these probably will affect their social status.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Their social status, which means the way they will start behaving with other children is automatically going to change.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to change. Their social status will change. Even the way they look physically and combed.
Yeah, exactly.
And tidy, you see.
Like you when you see your child going out with such kind of a child, you tell her, no, don't go with him, don't go with her, because the way he looks, that's what you mean, it will affect the social experience.
Social experiences. Social experiences.
Wow, that's nice. Whoa. So thank you, Mr. Godia, for this awesome moment you're taking us through, and we thank you because we are helping each one of us to know more about these things through Mr. Godia here, through Counseling and Guidance. And please stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be here at BEA Media. Please don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel.